So there's a few Reddit posts that I wanted to talk about today. The first one here is pretty funny. It's more people running and fighting over, Pokemon cards. I've always told you guys, I am a scalper, investor, whatever you want to call me, but I'm not one of those people that will go down to the point where they will fight over cardboard. That's not me. I'm fine just buying from scalpers. That's my way of doing things. But yeah, I'm not going to line up at stores and wait outside because I'm just, ever since the Prismatic Evolutions release day where I even tried to be an evil scalper, it didn't work out. So when the booster bundles release, when all the other products release, like the surprise boxes, the mini tins, even the 2-pack blisters, I did not even try to go to any retail stores. I didn't even think about it, to be honest, because I'm kind of over it. Because I know how it's going to be. Prismatic Evolutions, it's a heavily scalped set. So I wasn't even going to try or I wasn't even going to take my chances. But here there's a video of people running into this store. I don't really know what store this is, to try to get these Prismatic Evolutions products. Now, I actually recently went to a Target and I just noticed that their whole shelf where the card games are is like completely cleared. Like they don't even have the shelving there. Like it's just the whole shelf is gone. So I'm thinking some of these stores have actually just removed their whole trading card section because literally where it used to be, because I remember product used to be there, there's not even anything there. There's not shelving. So I think stores are getting fed up with this and it's not worth it. Like for them to stock this stuff. So I feel like this type of behavior is going to cause more stores to do that sort of thing where they'll probably not even have them anymore. If you live in a not as populated area, maybe it's not that much of a problem. But yeah, where I'm at, there's a lot of people, and yeah, I'm thinking that that's just the reason why there's none there, and there's not even any shelves. So let's just take a look at this video and look at people fighting over Pokemon cards. I actually find these videos hilarious, so let's go look. So this is from a TikTok post. So like I said, I don't know which store this is. It kind of looks foreign. I don't know. So they have a display of prismatic. I've never even seen a display like this. Is this even American? I don't. Is this French? What does the box say? I think this is French. Just about looking at it. Wow, look at these people. They're tearing apart the display. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, it's moving. They got the little pallet under there moving. Okay, so it looks like they cleaned it out and, they were scrambling for these, like, loose packs here. So, I guess this was the release date. This is like an older video, it seems, because there's the 3-pack blisters. I saw some posters. I didn't see any ETBs, but let's look at the comments. There's an old saying in the South where I'm from that applies here big time. Y'all need to learn some GD shame. Pathetic. This is just a depressing display of greed and gluttony. Reminds me of early 2010s Black Fridays. Why are places still not putting these behind a case or something and limiting people? This is really ridiculous. More so that adults can't act like adults, but stores aren't even trying. Embarrassing. Childish. Love Pokemon and want to get my hands on some, but you'll never find me doing this. Well, that's like me. I'm an evil scalper, but I'm not doing. I have some morals, and I don't want to be, in that position, seen like that. So yeah, I'm not doing that. Very cringy. Looks like a bunch of vultures to me. So yeah, I mean, I'm not partaking in these sort of things, but hey, if you want to go and try to get some at retail at the risk of maybe having to fight somebody, then you can go ahead. I'm not going to do that. So a few more posts other than that one. One of these sad posts once again. It's like a trend now to go online onto Reddits, subreddits, on the internet, on YouTube comments, and say that you're done with the hobby, that you're quitting, and that you're just leaving everything. I do understand the frustration, trust me, but it's like a trend to go online and I guess just vent about this whole situation. I think we all know there's problems with this, but it seems like people, I guess, like to just go online and I guess express their hatred towards certain sets, people. So let's read this one. I think I'm done with Prismatic Evolution. Today was upsetting. I was in line at the Nintendo New York City store. First of all, that's an automatic red flag. You're in New York City at the Nintendo store for Prismatic Evolutions. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a good recipe, right? I was around 15th in line since I arrived before 8 a.m. So you're pretty dedicated. The line grew by the time the store opened. The one mistake happened when there was no barrier at the line, because as the door opened and some people had started coming in, some random people from the middle of the line just rushed in and clogged the entrance. Security had to back everyone up, but those people didn't back up. They didn't move despite everyone telling them to back up and make space. Manager came in a few minutes later and said they aren't selling cards today and will sell another day. More security people and even a police officer had to come in to move people. I made some friends while waiting, but that whole thing just really messed up my morning. All I wanted was to buy some cards at MSRP, man. I feared this may be the same case with Journey and Destin in the next coming months. So I've expressed this before. I think Prismatic Evolutions might be the most extreme example of scalping. Like, it's going to happen to Journey. It's going to happen to Destin Rivals, sure. But this being a specialty set and being an EV set, I feel like it is going to be scalped more than others, but the other sets will still be scalped. But I feel like these sort of examples we're seeing here and the extremes we're seeing, I feel like is mainly going to be for like a specialty set like Prismatic. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we see it the same thing with Journey Together and Destin Rivals, and we get more videos of people fighting. Maybe that's possible. So I do understand the frustration that they just totally just stopped selling because people were fighting and trying to get in the store. I do understand that that's upsetting. But yeah, if you want to get MSRP for Prismatic Evolutions, like there are some drops online, but it's pretty hard to get them. So yeah, I do understand the frustration. Forget about even seeing Destin Rivals in person. Yeah. But bro, I remember I was in line talking to what I thought was some chill lads. Then they opened the doors and suddenly everyone is in a full sprint, and it really blew my mind how many people have become such savages. My God. No way, I was there too in line and saw the whole thing. Pretty upsetting. We waiting that long just for a few people to ruin it for everyone. Yeah, I can see how that's, a few uncivilized people, just ruining everybody's chance to get something. Must suck, especially if you wait there for a while. So I think that is actually kind of, sad that happened. So this is a funny one here. So this is, I believe, a GameStop. And look at this post. So I guess this is this person. They're just outside the store before they open, and I guess they just saw this. We're releasing Pokemon TCG Prismatic Evolutions on March 7th, which was the release date of the booster bundles. This location will have booster bundle 0 available. Stacking 10 2025 1 available. Purchase limit 1 per SKU per person. So basically, whoever buys the first thing, the Stacking 10, they just bought up the whole store. And honestly, if a store even only had one, at that point, is it even worth even putting this thing up that says new drop incoming? Like, where's the drop at? One Stacking 10? Like, that's the drop? Yeah, I've been seeing this in other places too. It seems like some GameStops don't even get anything because maybe they just have, sold all their pre-orders, and whatever store, like the amount they were supposed to get, they don't have any anymore. So I find this kind of, I guess funny in a way that they even have this posted up here. You might as well just not even have it up. But let's read some of the comments. I don't get it. So the entire store will literally have only one Stacking 10, as in the first person to buy that one tin will have bought all of the stock at the store. Yep, that is correct. Distributors sure are sticking it to collectors right now. Very little product is making it to stores. When have distributors ever catered towards collectors? They're in it to make money, right? I don't see how that was ever a thing. Update. Literally 110 was all they had available. Also required a pro membership for $25 for the guy who was in line to buy it. He was not happy about it. The employees had booster bundles there, but they said they were all pre-ordered before they stopped doing pre-orders. So that's what I was saying. That's why they're not even having pre-orders anymore available at GameStop, because, it's just, they'll just get bought out online. And I think they just don't have enough, and they probably want to give people somewhat of a chance to get them in person. So you would have to line up to get them in the future. My GameStop has 0 and 0, so there's that. Printing it to, they say. Even if they did, it's irrelevant. The shortfall between supply and demand is outrageous. I highly doubt they'll print enough to actually touch it, especially with Prismatic in particular. So the whole printing thing that they mentioned, or people are saying, if they do ever do that, which we'll see, right? It's going to come in months from now. It's not going to be overnight. They made that statement, a month ago or something. It's not going to be overnight. This stuff doesn't work like that. So, yeah. I went to the mall yesterday. In a few stores, I overheard different people harassing employees about Pokemon cards. This hobby has become cancer. I will buy a booster here and there, maybe a few a year. Not anymore, because all these lazy scalpers trying to get rich. first of all, the scalpers are not getting rich by buying a few booster bundles, buying a few ETBs. You're not going to get rich doing that. So, I feel like there's a misconception. And maybe just people are limiting themselves mentally, but people have this idea that if you can't buy something on the shelf, that it's not available. Like, I know people want to buy at MSRP, and I get if that's your kind of limit, then okay, I guess it's understandable. The only place to really buy at retail is on the shelves at stores, or trying to get one of these drops, which those are pretty impossible. But you can buy this stuff. It's readily available. You just have to pay up for it. And I do understand people don't want to pay up for it, but for me, I've been able to get mass amounts because I'm fine paying above MSRP. But that's just me. So this person said the hobby's cooked. The hobby's not cooked. People saying this whole thing is cooked. No, it's just this time period. If you can wait, I bet you in a year from now things will get better. I don't think this is going to last forever. This whole thing that's happening right now is just a little bit of a phase. So if you wait it out, or if you just want to, sit back and watch, I think in a year, something like that, probably will go away. And if it doesn't, I'd be very surprised. But yeah, this whole phase we're in right now, I don't think this is the end of the world. It's not. And I feel like going online and reading and seeing all these things happening, and if it really makes you mad, it's not probably good for your health if it really does make you mad. For me, I'm not really affected by this because I don't even try to go in person to buy any of this stuff. So it doesn't matter that, I guess I go to a store and there's a sign like this because I don't even go to the store. So yeah, those are just my thoughts about these Reddit posts. I feel like people that are upset, you can keep trying to go to these stores, but if it is really that disappointing, I would just forget about it. That's what I did, because ever since that one release day of Prismatic Evolutions, I just stopped because I'm like, you know what, it's not even worth it. Why am I even here? So I just went home. So that's all I have to, for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.